안녕하세요 여러분. So from the title of the video, you guys have realized that we are going to be reviewing a couple of textbooks today. Yay! A lot of you have asked me questions of which textbooks would you recommend, or which ones have you used, which ones do you like, do you not? So I've compiled a list, actually not just a list, but a bunch of textbooks that I would like to talk about today, and hopefully this is going to be useful for all of you. Please stick around until the end of the video because I have an important announcement. It's not a bad one, but I am just not sure how you guys are going to take it. It is a really cool new thing that I'm going to be adding to our weekly Korean series, and I hope you guys will all be really happy. So let's go into the review. Those of you who have seen my How I'm Learning Korean video, you guys have probably seen this little baby right here. It's called Read and Speak Korean for Beginners, and as it says right here, it is for complete beginners. But it does expect you to have a certain understanding of Korean alphabet, which I really like, because as a complete beginner, it pushes you to kind of get out there straight away, learn the alphabet, and feel like you already know things. So that's really good. It's a very sneaky book in terms of Hangul, because at the beginning, first pages, you get the contents. I don't know if you can see. And then, straight away, you get the first topic. Boom! Done. There's no explanation of what Hangul is, how to learn it, what is the alphabet, like what? But if you skip until the very end to the reference section, it does have a Korean script, alphabet, consonants, vowels, diphthongs, syllables, pronunciation, all explained right here. This book does use Korean alphabet for all the sentences, but below it, it has romanization as kind of a transcription in case you are familiar with Hangul but you're not yet too confident, and then it has a translation. So every single sentence is done in this kind of manner where you have Hangul, romanization, translation. I think that's pretty cool. Generally, this book is really well organized into topics, and they're based on questions like who are you, where are you from, what do you do, what is this, how do I get there, and then under each topic there's vocab and grammar that have to do with that specific question. It's very interactive. It's a textbook and a workbook together, so you get certain grammar aspects explained and then you kind of practice them straight away in a workbook fashion. Also, what I really liked about this book is that it's very interactive in a way that there are games. At the end, there are cutouts, these kind of cardboardy pieces of paper where you can cut out flashcards and little games, and all of them have to do with each different topic. These cutouts are great. You get to learn in a playful environment, and I feel like that's the best way of learning because you're having fun, you're doing something interesting, and you're learning. It's the best of all the worlds, basically. This guy comes with a CD. Unfortunately, I can't review this part of the book because I don't have a CD drive. I never had any kind of technology that has CD drive in it. Lastly, it has a test yourself section, so that's where you can test your entire knowledge of the entire book when you're done, or you can check yourself by topics. That's it for this book. Now I want to move on to the book that I've seen being reviewed a lot because it is used in universities, it is used in private tutoring. It is this baby, the Integrated Korean. I here have both the textbook and the workbook. This is the beginning 2. There's the beginning 1, beginning 2, intermediate 1, intermediate 2, advanced 1, advanced 2, I think. And then it goes on. So there are quite a lot of textbooks in this format. I would recommend the beginning 2 for comfortable beginners. What I like about this textbook is that each chapter-ish has a conversation. I think it has 2 or 3 conversations per chapter, and then you're not necessarily meant to understand everything in the conversation because you're supposed to just read it and then everything is going to be explained after because you get like new words, all the words that are going to be used in this chapter, and then you get grammar explanations, like examples, exercises, new expressions. There are lots of tables. It's very, very detailed, very, very clear. It's quite challenging, not gonna lie. Also, what I really like is that it has a culture section, which I'm going to try and find for you. Sometimes it has these pages with culture and certain things explained about Korea, like busy subways. That's pretty cool because any book that kind of forces you to expand your knowledge beyond the understanding of the language is great. That's total thumbs up. In terms of the workbook, I love it. It is challenging. There are different exercises. It also comes with a CD, which makes me really sad because I can't use that. And there are a lot of exercises here that you need to listen to the CD and then write things down, so it works on your understanding, which I couldn't do because, again, I don't have a CD drive. I really should get a CD drive. What I don't like is that there's no answer key. Nowhere. Anywhere. Nope. There are absolutely no answer keys anywhere. So you have no idea if you got something right or wrong. So that can be very challenging if you're learning on your own. If you are learning together with a tutor or a teacher in a classroom, they can check your work, so that's perfectly fine. Sometimes if you make a mistake, you can't see it because you're the one who did it, so sometimes it can be careless mistakes as well, and then you're gonna learn something with that careless mistake in it, and you're just gonna remember it like that. So whoever wrote this, that many authors, you guys made a little hiccup on that one. We're moving on to the last set of books that I would like to review, and this is where the announcement comes in, and it also involves a story. So here's a little story time for you guys. Around a month ago, I was contacted by this really lovely lady called Katie. Hi, Katie. And she told me that she really enjoyed watching my weekly Korean series and that she wants to chat with me about them. I was like, all right, cool, let's talk. So we had a little chat, and I found out that Katie is working on Korean from Zero books. And these are textbooks for learning Korean, obviously, which I have right here with me. She was really excited and she offered a collaboration, which I agreed, because as much as I'm not a textbook learning person, I think having a more organized structure to my weekly Korean series is going to be more beneficial for all of us. And I decided to use these books in some of my weekly Koreans as an additional learning resource. So I might be drawing some inspiration or examples. Oh my god, it's so hard to come up with good examples for you guys from these books. I will link their website, their Facebook page, and the Amazon link where you can get these books, all in the description box. And this is where you guys think I probably want you to just spend your money. I don't. The catch here is that if you go into the website, there are complete, from cover to cover, PDFs available of these books. So if you don't want to buy any books, you can just use the PDFs as your resources right there. You can take them, you can open them in one tab, you can open my Learning Korean videos in another tab, and learn together. You'll have me helping you and talking to you about whatever you are learning with these guys. How cool is that? That's practically classroom learning right here we're doing. I will also be making a few videos a month on their channel, so I will link that down below as well. And all that does is basically forces me to make more Korean learning videos for you guys, which I don't think you guys would mind. Would you? Yeah, so that's the announcement. I will be collaborating with Korean from Zero from now on. Hope you guys understand, hope you guys take it well, and don't have any problems with that. As for the review for these books, I'm not gonna leave you guys without a review. What I like about these books is, first of all, they're written by Koreans and foreigners together. So one of the authors, I actually talked to him personally, and he learned Korean on his own, and he wanted to help other foreigners learn, which is just like me right here. Oh my god, I'm a foreigner. I've never been to Korea, but I love it, and I want to help you guys learn together with me. What a coincidence. The explanations are very, very easy to understand. Like, they cater to our way of thinking because in terms of sentence structure, in terms of grammar, in terms of vocab, so that's a very big bonus. In the first book, they explain Hangul for like a good amount of pages. In the introduction, they mentioned that if you already know Hangul, you can just skip to, I don't know, page, what was it, 49 or something? And then they break things down into lessons, obviously. It's very interactive in a way that it's very creative. I really like the approaches that they take to learning certain things. There's a lot of humor involved. There is, oh my god, where are my notes? There's a lot of emphasis on pattern learning, which is what I do a lot in my videos, where I try to help you guys see the patterns of how the language flows, or like you can see a certain thing repeating over and over. So that's something I found very similar to my style of learning and teaching. It's both a workbook and a textbook together. It has exercises and explanations like the first book that I reviewed. These books are called Korean from Zero, so they're technically meant for people who have completely no idea about Korean. but I think that that can still make it very difficult, the learning process for you. What I'm saying is, whatever textbook it is, these ones, whatever. If you're absolutely new to learning Korean, like you just got the thought today and you have no knowledge about it, don't go and buy textbooks straight away. Just slow it down, take a breather, listen to a bit of K-pop, watch a bit of TV shows, get a sense of what Korean is, you know? Pick up a few very, very common phrases just so that you will feel better about knowing a few things like greetings or how to say I love you. And only then go ahead and invest your money into books. Or if you don't want to invest money, you can always download the PDFs if they're available to certain workbooks. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Let me know if you have any specific questions towards any specific book that I talked about today. Please look forward to my collaboration with Create From Zero. I'm very, very excited. I kept it a secret from you guys for like a month and I was so tempted to tell you as soon as it happened. But now I'm really happy that I just got to tell you all about it and look forward to a new episode on their channel this weekend. How exciting. Alright, so I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend and I will see you all on Korean From Zero channel with a new video this weekend and then a new cover, hopefully on Monday. If I have the energy, because just so many videos. Ah. I'm kidding. I love it. Bye! 안녕!